Tumwater Brewery in 1989.
The Olympia Brewing Company was a brewery in the Northwest United States, located in Tumwater, Washington, near Olympia. Founded in 1896 by Leopold Friedrich Schmidt, it was bought big Heilmann Brewing Company in 1983. Through a series of consolidations, it was acquired by Pabst Brewing Company. In 1999, the Tumwater Brewery was closed. In 2003, Leopold Schmidt, a German immigrant from Montana, found the Capital Brewing Company at Tumwater Falls in the Deschutes River in the town of Tumwater, near the south end of Puget Sound. He built a 4-story wooden brewhouse, a 5-story cellar building, a 1-story ice factory powered by the Lower Falls, and a bottling and keg plant, and in 1896, began brewing and selling Olympia beer. In 1902, the firm became Olympia Brewing Company, with Frank Kenny as the company secretary. It was Frank Kenny who proposed the slogan "It's the water" to promote the brewery's flagship product. Statewide prohibition, which began in January 1916, 4 years before national prohibition, ended beer-making operations. After prohibition ended, a new Olympia brewery was erected just upstream from the original, and Olympia beer went back on sale in 1934. 1. Olympia was a very popular regional brand in the Pacific Northwest for half of a century. 2. It eventually expanded nationwide, repositioned as a low-price lager. During the 1970s, Olympia acquired Damson Days and Star, and also produced Buckhorn beer, which had previously been a product of the
Lone Star, and also produced Buckhorn beer. 3. Which had previously been a product of the Lone Star Brewing Company. 4. Until the mid-1970s, competitor
Corsaflow rotted a limited 11-state distribution area. Washington and Montana were not added until 1976. 5-6 and Oregon did not approve sales of Coors in grocery stores until 1976, and Oregon did not approve sales of Coors in grocery stores until 1985. Between 1970 and 1980, Olympia faced flat revenues 11 among consolidating nationwide breweries, and in 1982, the Schmidt family, which owned and operated the brewery and company, elected to sell the company. Olympia was subsequently purchased Big Heilmann Brewing Companion 1983, which was purchased Bistro Brewery Companion 1996. In 1999, Pabst bought most of the Stroh brands, including Olympia. 12. The brewery was eventually purchased by Miller Brewing Company. For a time, the Olympia Brewery took over the brewing of other Pacific Northwest brands as their original breweries were closed one by one, including the Lucky Lager Brewery in Vancouver, Washington, the Henry Weinhard's Brewery in Portland, and even the brewery of its arch-rival Rainier Beer in Seattle. In 2002, SAB bought out Miller Brewing Co. SAB-Miller closed the Tumwater facility in mid-2003, citing the unprofitability of such a small brewery. Pabst was purchased, along with the Olympia label, by beer industry veteran Eugene Kashberwith, backing from its consumer partners in 2014, and Olympia beer was brewed under contract by Miller Corset, their brewery in Irwindale, California. Ag Energy Resources of Benton, Illinois purchased the machinery from Olympia Brewing to make ethanol for motor fuel use. Part of the brewery complex was heavily damaged in a fire on October 7, 2018. The administration building's south side partially collapsed, and a 3-alarm fire call caused fire units to respond from many neighboring departments. On January 25, 2021, Pabst Brewing Company announced on Twitter that it was temporarily pausing production of Olympia beer because of a lack of demand and to focus attention on its distilled spirit line under the Olympia Distilling Company.